So it's now midday. It looks like the rain is going to hold off. It's a bit blustery, but dry. So I'm going to see if I can have a bit of a walk. Let's head in that direction towards Ventnor Park. I think whether I'll get to Ventnor Park is anybody's guess. Well, not really, because you'll see in a minute. Lots and lots of cuttlefish on the beach at the moment. Pretty sure that one's getting bigger, that crack. Hopefully I'm wrong. Go up Bath Road, I think. A bit less breezy. Section of wall still hasn't been repaired by Island Roads. Does have an obvious impact on the shops down on the seafront, because lots of people do use La Falaise car park, but not at the moment. It's virtually empty basically, and that's all because Island Roads won't pull their fingers out and get this wall repaired. It's pretty shocking. Don't know if the Isle of Wight Council exists anymore. They certainly don't seem to have any oversight of Island Roads. Walking up Bath Road. The wall is still standing, but can't tell if that crack's getting bigger. Certainly looks like it is. Let me know in the comments section if there's any walks you'd particularly like me to do in Ventnor or further afield on the Isle of Wight. Well, this is definitely shifting. Yeah, you can see the way those weeds there, why am I calling them weeds? Why those plants there have been pulled away, pulled apart. You can see it's definitely moved within the last few days. Yeah, that doesn't look too healthy. Another thing that Island Roads just stuck some bollards here and have basically abandoned it. Marvellous. Island Roads is obviously the contractor. Now this is split again. It's only just been redone. Island Roads is the privatised contractor that does the, in inverted commas, does the highways maintenance and path maintenance, that kind of stuff on the Isle of Wight. But is incredibly slow and incompetent at doing it, as far as I am told. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Don't want to be sued, obviously. But I gather lots of people that they're not very good at it. It's the Royal Hotel. Looks like the mower gangs are out in a... Oh, maybe not. No, actually they're not. Looks like Island Roads vehicles. So they're doing some work up here at least. Maybe they're just sat in the vehicles. See when we go past. Yeah, obviously lunch break time. Which is reasonable. It's just gone 12 o'clock. So it's midday, so yeah, presumably lunch break. Engines running, obviously. So old Ventnor Park putting green here. Love the blossom. There's cherry blossom just ahead of us. Love this time of year. Blackcap singing. You probably can't hear it because of the microphone I'm using. Really must get a better microphone. One that picks up the bird song as well as my voice. You'd probably rather hear the bird song than my voice, to be honest. Good to see the little cafe in the putting green open. Now maintained by Ventnor Town Council. Right, I'm going to take the microphone off as I walk down there, so hopefully you can hear some of the birdsong. So now I don't have a microphone on. Of course the birds have stopped singing now. Hopefully it's not too breezy. It's relatively sheltered down here. But see if we can hear any birds. I apologise for the wind noise if there is much. The budgie cage has been gone for 2 or 3 years now, which I think's a good thing. Although I did like seeing the budgies, or hearing the budgies as well. Don't think they were that, well, I don't know. Were they happy or not? It's quite a big kind of aviary. So there are plenty of red squirrels in here, but they're not easy to see. Kind of this tree line at the back here is where they hang out. It's the mallard. Mallard wanting to be fed as ever. It's a real shame you've got these massive fish in this pond because they stir up the mud and eat any water plants, and so you end up having no oxygenators, and therefore the water is deoxygenated. So it'd be much better if we didn't have big fish in this little pond. What you really want is frogs and newts and that kind of stuff, lots of oxygenating plants. But people do insist in putting massive carp in there, which basically ruins it from a wildlife point of view. Carp are okay in much bigger ponds. I'm going to go this way. Carp are okay in much bigger ponds, but little tiny places like this, they just ruin it. It's like quite a lot more water running through here than there would ordinarily be, unsurprisingly. Lots of seepages. Hopefully the wind noise isn't too unbearable. Lovely primroses. Primrose, grape hyacinth, wild strawberry leaves, no flowers yet. Right, to put the microphone back on, it's getting very windy. That's better. And I have the microphone back on. It's very windy up here. A bit more exposed than down in Ventnor Park. But Yeah, I don't know how the little windshield on this Boya microphone isn't particularly good, so it'll be interesting to see if it's really cut out much of the wind. Nice bank. Starting to flower. Penstemon there. Unfortunately the bees aren't really that keen on penstemon. It's unfortunate because it really flowers all year here. You'll often get flowers in winter, then it flowers throughout the summer, never stops. Is that green alkanet, that stuff? It's a native. Don't know what the yellow stuff is, some sort of sedum-y type. That sort of succulent-y type thing. Nice, what's it called? Little blue flowers. Bees love these when they're in flower. Honesty is this stuff. Garden escapee, but the old, one of my favourite butterflies, the orange tip butterfly, lays its eggs on honesty and hedge garlic, which is its native wild food plant, but the caterpillars love eating the leaves of honesty. So that's good. They'll be out soon. Triechium, a young one. A bit more honesty. Wallflowers, perennial wallflower. Good for the old moths. The moths come out at night and go on wallflower. Anyway, yeah, lovely wallflower there. Plant that and Nicotiana, nicotine plant, if you want to have moths coming into your garden at night. I assume that's part of the old castle, Steephill Castle. Very nice, very tastefully maintained. It's a lovely view from here now, since the owners, I think, took down these Leylandii, which really blocked the view. I think they're Leylandii, they're massive fir trees. Anyway, it's much nicer now. Open view, looking down towards the back of Castle Cove. Little Paxwood up on the next level up. So if I had a bit more time, I'd walk along. Yeah, this is where the pines were removed. It's really opens up the view. Much nicer. Yeah, if I had a bit more time, I'd go up there, walk along the edge of Little Paxwood. But I'm going to head down that way instead. So I won't go up that way. I'll go down these steps. Lovely view. Parts of the old Steephill Castle up there as well. Yes, indeed. Just walking up along the top edge of Brook now, with Ventnor Park off to my right and Brook off to my left. It's going to be a bit blowy just up here. There's periwinkle in flower, lesser celandine, little yellow flowers, and cocksfoot as well. Looking down towards Castlle Cove with a Steephill Cove just beyond that. There's a round house dividing Castlle Cove on this side from Steephill Cove just around the corner on the other side of the round house thingy. And there's High Hat in the distance. Ventnor Park just up there through the gate. Let's take the microphone off, I think. Mouse on the bank just there, which dived into the cover, unfortunately. Might have been a bank vole actually. If I caught it, I'll have another look on the video later. So we're at how many subscribers now? 967, I believe. There's a robin there. So 967 subscribers. How long do we reckon until we get to 1,000 subscribers? Heading towards La Falaise. It's now 6:20 p.m. It's been a lovely sunny afternoon, very windy though, and the wind is chilly. But another day is drawing to a close. I'm going to do a curry in the van. Another curry. It's not a van, it's a car. But I'm going to do a curry, whatever the house on wheels prefers to be called. Sun is setting now in the western sky, setting over Ventnor Park, and things are closing. Met is still open and the spyglass. I think the mill bay is shut.